There's trees. Not as much in the desert anymore. Hello. We are in Agua Dulce. The trail runs right through the middle of this really sweet little town. This is Main Street. So last night we got in. We got kind of a late start out of wherever we were, Palmdale. So we didn't go that far, only like 11 miles. And in the middle of this town, there's a Mexican restaurant with a big empty lot next to it. And a lot of hikers were there eating Mexican food and drinking margaritas and then camping in the lot next to the restaurant. So that's what we did. And then we got breakfast this morning. We're definitely on a little bit of a luxurious town stretch, but we're so sick of the desert. Like, I'm so sick of the desert. I'm so ready to be done. But you know, that's okay. And so we just had breakfast. Now we're getting ready to get moving again. Still figuring out the plan for today, but it should be good. And there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was. So I guess that's it. It's gonna be hot and that's gonna be fun. That's all I got, I guess. Okay. Hello. I am sitting under a bush in the shade because it's really hot. We finally got out of town. And I remembered what I wanted to talk about in the last video. I've been thinking a lot recently because we've been spending too much time in town and too many nights in hotels. And it's just such an interesting thing to like get into town and have that be so exciting because you're like not carrying any food, you're not carrying any water, you have the prospect of real food and like endless water and showers, and then coming out of town is so difficult. Like, you're just carrying 6 or 7 days of food. Now that we're in the desert, you're carrying like, 6 liters of water, and it's just so heavy and you just don't want to be going back out onto trail. So that's what I've been really experiencing a lot today. We finally got out of town and we ended up only hiking 4 miles because our packs are like really, really heavy right now. And we have this huge ascent that we have to go up, and we just started climbing and we were just like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this right now. So we found a really nice campsite that's shady, and we're just kind of posted up there for a really easy, relaxing day. And I just keep telling myself, that hiking 20 miles isn't the goal. It's just being outside and enjoying it. And if you do a 4 or 5 mile day and then you just hang out at a beautiful campsite, like, that's fine. It's hard to tell yourself that, because I have there's a lot of competition feeling with other hikers who are doing better than you, or better, whatever that means. And there's a lot of expectations of yourself. We stopped at 4 miles and we were both like, I just feel guilty for stopping, but we also both were like, I don't want to keep going though. So it's just really hot today and my bag's really heavy and I didn't want to hike anymore. And I have to remind myself that being out here is not necessarily about loving every day. Some days are just going to be hard and you're not going to want to do it. But I made it further than I was this morning, and that's really what matters ultimately. So we found a great campsite. I'm going to take a little video of it in a second, but I got to walk back over there. So that's what I wanted to say. Today's an easy day. Trying to be gentle on my body and also gentle on my spirit that I decided to stop. So that's it. Asked for some campsite videos, so this is tonight. We're cowboy camping, which means no tent, just camping on a ground sheet with the sleeping bags in this nice deserty area. Had to find some place flat. Somebody over here is clearly really bored. Took the time to make this little nesty den kind of thing. Probably napped in it in the sun, but we almost slept over there because it's pretty flat. We chose over here. And that's it. Okay. Cowboy camping last night. went well. It was really windy, so that made it kind of hard to sleep. My quilt kept trying to blow away, but figured it out eventually. And now we are up really early at the sunrise. Look how beautiful. Just to climb up this huge hill in the coldest part of the day, because it's going to be really hot today like it was yesterday. So we got a 4-mile climb starting right now at 6 a.m. And I hate waking up and going straight up a hill, but that's what we're doing. Yay! Through hikers in their natural habitat. One's playing chess over there on his phone. We got a napper over here. And we got another napper over there. And we got eating gummy bears. There's deer on the trail. It's coming right towards me. Yay! Just finished all the climbing for today, so about 4 miles left to camp, and I am really thirsty. I had to ration water over the last 2 days for the first time ever, and I hate it. It's terrible. I just want to drink however much I want to drink when I want to drink it, but no. But we're camping at a water source tonight, so once I get there, I'm just going to drink as much as my body can physically hold, and then drink some more. The other thing I really want right now is a Coca-Cola, and maybe some lemonade, and some orange juice, and some iced tea. I don't know, just any really, really cold beverage would be fantastic. So, you know, if anyone's out in southern / middle central California, feels like driving a girl some Coke, man, just, you know, want to walk around a corner and have there be a cooler, but I know it's not going to happen. But anyway, water will suffice for now. So, yeah, almost to camp, almost to a water, and can't wait. Just got to camp, 20 miles, made it to the spring, so we got water for the night. And I just pitched the tent, and I gotta say, I think it's maybe one of my best pitches ever. Woo, there's a hole. I'm pretty proud of it. But we'll see. I'm sure Wyatt will come along and fix it. Whatever's wrong with it that I can't see. I stink, so I'm going to try to do some trail laundry. Got a bag full of water and my dirty shirt. I'm going to put it in there and see how gross the water gets. Oh, there's holes in the bag though. Alright, let's see. Oh no, I'm spilling it all out. Oh god, this is so much harder than I thought. Why do I even bother trying to smell good? I feel like I gotta seal it up and squish it all around. And then I'm gonna have to do this multiple times, I think, because my shirt just soaked up with water. Okay, I'm gonna go get more water. We'll update later. Alright, so this is the water after one run through of my shirt. It's so gross. Gonna do it a couple more times. Finished a 20-mile day. Ran into some guy giving out free beer. So, I'm talking to the camera, not you. So, great day. Everyone's setting up their tents. Eating crushed up Lay's with a spoon. Wow. It's so much better than normally. It makes it feel classy and amazing. Highly recommend. Good morning. It's like 8. I've been hiking for an hour. Feeling pretty good. definitely feel like I'm getting back into the joy of and the fitness of it all after a couple days in town getting my vaccine. So glad to be back. And today is 20 miles, a little over I think, just to get to the next water source. Basically just trying to bounce from water source to water source. Although after this one, apparently it's 35 miles to the next one. So that's going to be interesting. But we're going to go 20 miles today. And feeling pretty good about it. I fell asleep at 5:45 last night and woke up at 5:45 this morning. So a solid 12 hours of sleep. So I'm feeling rested and hydrated, and I'm also carrying almost 6 liters of water because I don't want to be in the situation I was in yesterday where I couldn't drink water whenever I wanted to drink water. So have a heavy pack, but as I drink water, it's going to get much lighter today. So shouldn't be too bad. Otherwise, that's kind of it. We're also going to cross mile 600 today. Mile 400 and mile 500 were both in fire closure areas, so I didn't get to see the mile marker, but we'll see 6 today, hopefully, assuming I make it all the way. Yeah, wish me luck. Can someone please science this for me? There's this like fungusy stuff growing on all these rocks, and it's so bright orange and bright yellow. I don't understand. Why does that have to be so bright? What are you doing? If someone could please also science this for me. How does that hole happen? Is that a man-made hole? Is that an animal-made hole? Is that a rain? I don't know. Flowers. Oh, I have walked 600 miles and I will walk 2,000 more just to be the woman who walks a ton of miles to fall down at your door. I am just loving this whole area. It is like a beautiful, mystical, grassy, fairy forest. I don't even know, but after the desert, it's so beautiful. Little dapplings of shade and the big rocks, and I've seen so many bunnies. It's just lovely. So I'm 3 miles away from my 20 miles today, and I am feeling good. There's a bunny in that tattle patch. I don't think you can see it, but maybe you can see its ears. It's so cute. So one of the reasons they call hikers hiker trash is because we are the neediest people you'll ever meet. As you've seen in some of my videos, just dying for Coke and for food and beverages and help and rides and all these kinds of things. So it's a skill you truly perfect over time to become hiker trash, and I think I've gotten really good at it. You know, just asking for things when I want them, or like subtly manipulating people into offering me things in a nice way. But we just woke up from a midday nap, and in this like random dirt parking lot is like, when we wake up, there's like 8 trucks of these guys who are all off-roading together, and I just grabbed my water bottle and walked down to the water source over there and was like, what are you guys doing? And started up a conversation, and walked back with all this fruit and some drinks that aren't water and a bag of chips, and they gave us sandwiches and coffee, and it's amazing. So turned out to be a pretty solid day. I mean, not that it wasn't already, but an even better day. So woohoo. Alright, so we just had the silliest day ever. Not silly, but great. We were kind of running out of food this morning, and we were still 50 miles from the next town, so we were like, what are we going to do? How are we going to get food? And we were camped at this beautiful spring in a meadow, and basically we were like, okay, there's one other car here, let's see what they're up to, maybe they can get us into town. So we started talking to these guys, and they were so nice, and they drove us to this intersection. They said they were going to like leave us on this country road, and we were like, okay, fine, we'll figure it out from there. But then they offered to drive us all the way into like the closest town, which wasn't the town we were trying to get to. But this like beautiful couple from Minnesota just happened to pull up at that exact moment and ask for directions to the town we were trying to get to. So they drove us the rest of the way into town, and now we're at this campground on this lake, well, river, and we're gonna go get some food and set up camp and maybe stay here a day. I don't know, but it's just one of those days where like everything happens and falls right into place, and everyone's so helpful and so supportive, and like the universe just wants us to be here in this moment, in this time. And I feel really happy and really lucky, and this is a beautiful campsite, so it's all good. Yay! Look how beautiful.
This is kind of the, like, you know.
It's not always
This
fun.
isn't always the. His thing was the type was a micro material that you could fit in your the tent. It would fit in your pocket, and you could fold it out, and you wouldn't have to use any folds or anything. You would just do a double crease.
Hello. We are still at the campground that the nice Minnesotan couple dropped us off at. We were gonna only stay one day, but it's like incredibly gorgeous, and it's right on this huge river, and it's just been a lot of fun. And I love this town. There's a lot of really cute restaurants, and the people are so nice, and it reminds me a lot of Iowa. So we decided to stay quite a few days, 3 or 4 days. It's also been 91 degrees every day, and we have a 10-mile climb like right out of this town. So we've decided to wait until Saturday when it's supposed to be 76 and get up early and do it. You know, just make it a little bit easier on ourselves, hopefully. So yeah, we are just hanging out, you know, spending a lot of time in the shade, a lot of time in the sun. Did some whitewater rafting on these little tubes. Not super intense whitewater rafting, but I almost died and it was kind of scary. Didn't really almost die, but I was the closest to death I feel like I've ever felt before. We were going over this like last set of rapids, and it pulled me under, and I got pulled off my tube and was like sloshing around in the water. Had to figure out how to get back on my tube. Was just trying to like breathe air. I inhaled a lot of lake water. I slammed my leg on some rocks. So it was quite eventful, but I'm alive. And now anybody who has come to this campground is like, oh, are you Half Pint? Which is my trail name, by the way. Are you Half Pint? Because I heard you almost died. So now I have this like cool reputation that I got to uphold about how I almost died in the rapids in Kernville. So yeah, anyway, it's great. There's an RV going by, sorry. Silly. I'm going to the store right now to buy some more sunscreen because we've gone through my whole stock, and trying to be responsible about that and not get any more tan. Although, you know, at this point, I don't even know. So yeah, having fun in the sun, in the shade, on the water, at the campground. It's all good.